I just got back from the slopes. I've actually never gone skiing or snowboarding before. I don't know why I have these things. All right, what's going on, guys? Today I'm gonna tell you about the story when I almost cut off my finger. So pretty much when I was a young lad in 7th grade, deep down I really wanted to be an outdoors guy. Now, I mean, I like the outdoors, but I'm not like,
ooh, let's go hunting.
My family hunts, I don't hunt. I don't find anything wrong with it. So my family has always been big hunters. They love hunting. Wherever they kill, they eat. So they're good people, trust. But I always wanted to make my own bow and arrow. And I feel like every kid has had that at one point. Took a stick and some string and went like this with like pencils or something. But I was serious. I really wanted to do it. I watched YouTube videos about how to do it in wilderness and everything. So I went to my mom's house. I was like, Mom, I want to go look for a stick to make a bow and arrow. And she said, okay. Not really thinking much of it. And I walk into the woods. I find this big stick. It was a good stick. If I was smart, I could have made a bow and arrow with it. The first thing first, I was watching a YouTube tutorial. So thank you to the guy who told me to do this. He told me to whittle the stick. And if you don't know what whittling is, it's when you take the bark off of the stick. And if you don't know what bark is, I don't think I can help you. So I start whittling the stick. And I shit you not, Lily, the day before I went to my mom's house, my uncle gave me a big knife, this big. Don't screenshot that and put it anywhere, please. Anyways, yeah, it was like an 8-inch knife or something like that. And usually when you whittle, you want to have a lot of control, so you want a smaller knife. But I was in 7th grade. I thought it would be hella dope if I did this. And I started whittling the stick with a giant ass knife. One thing led to another and went right on my finger. Yeah. So I still have the scar from this. That's how you know it's not fake. I don't fake any of my content. Okay, maybe a little bit. So I'm sitting here with my finger bleeding out. The first thing I do, whenever I get a cut or anything, I always go, I feel like that's what a lot of people do. If you cut your finger, you're like, like, I don't know why humans do that. Like, ever since I've been a baby, I've always like put my part of my body in my mouth. That's having blood come out. Maybe I'm a vampire. Call up Edward, see what he thinks. So yeah, I put my finger in my mouth. I feel like, it sounds so weird actually saying this story out loud. You know when you get a cut and you kind of feel it with your tongue? Does that make sense? Like you're like, kind of like, people could screenshot this and make so many memes. What am I doing to myself? So I felt it and I was like,
damn, this is deep.
My stepdad saw it and he ran out. He was like, are you okay? I'm like, I don't really know. It's on my hand and it was gushing blood. So I have my towel around my finger. I'm holding it because we had to go to the ER because I had to get stitches. It was so deep. I think you could almost see my bone. That's how deep it was. I think it was just to my fat layer. So if you guys know anything about your fingers, I don't. I'm just kind of guessing that it was there because there was fat in the picture and that's all I know. Anyways, I'm sitting in the car. I'm looking like a total badass too. This happened at like 12 a.m. too. So no one on the road, it's dead. And I walk into the ER. I have a bloody finger wrapped in a towel, literally almost dripping blood down my hand. I just remember I walked in. Yeah, I cut my finger while I was trying to whittle a stick. I just remember the nurses kind of going like, you're doing what? I was like, whittling a stick. You know what whittling is? It's when you take the bark off of the tree. It's obvious. Like, I guess you're not like into bow and arrows like I am, but like I know this because it's bow and arrow 101. And so I walked back there. I was obviously a little scared. I walked in like a badass, but when it came to get my stitches, I was so scared, let me tell you. So I just remember holding my mom. I was like, Mom, I don't want it. And I just remember them sticking. I couldn't really feel it, but I just remember them like, it's so weird. If you've never gotten stitches, you won't understand. I've only had stitches ever right here. I've never had stitches anywhere else. Maybe this is just like a one-time thing, but I just remember it felt it felt like they're sewing my skin together, and that's what they were doing essentially. But like it didn't hurt. It just felt really, really weird. I don't get people like that. Like, side note, I know some people, if they got stitches, they'd watch them do it. And like, if they get their blood drawn or anything like that, they'll like watch it. They'll just be like this, watching their blood go out. Or if they get shots, they'll watch it. I'm like, fuck no, I'm like this, like take my arm, I'm like this. I'm like, I don't want to see, just do it. I don't get the people who like to watch. Like, are you a fucking psychopath or something? Like, what the fuck? You like watching needles go into places that they're not, I guess they are supposed to go.
We interrupt this program to give you a very important message.
Only do needles from your doctors. But yeah, I just remember them sewing up my finger. The worst thing about this whole thing, cutting my finger, is the next week I couldn't do PE, and PE was my favorite. I was trying to decide if I wanted to play football my 8th grade year, because this was 7th grade and you gotta play football 8th grade. It was football week in PE, and that's the week I was gonna decide if I wanted to play football. And I didn't, because I was sitting there watching everyone else. It made me sad, because I actually really wanted to play football. But there is actually a video of me on like my super old channel talking, I called it like my unbending finger. I'll play a clip right now.
So if you don't know what whittling is, it's like cutting, like, well, it's getting a tree branch, goes through and hits my finger. That's what I had to go in for. Ditches. Can't bend this finger. It's my left finger, so don't be alarmed. I can still go to school.
And it's just so funny seeing me back then just talking about it. But yeah, ever since then I've had this scar, and I've told people that I just almost cut my finger off because it's almost what I did. I think that's all I have to say. I have a scar on my finger, and if you guys see this video and I blow up on YouTube, please, YouTube overlords, please let this video be on people's recommended, please. You guys will see me and you guys will know why I have this scar. But with that, I'm gonna end the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, please subscribe. It would mean so much to me. And it only takes 2 seconds of your time. And honestly, it helps way more than you can think. Also, like the video. That really just helps with my self-confidence, makes me smile. Also, on a quick side note, for the people who just watched the last video, and if you guys haven't already, it's right here. It's about when I blew up on TikTok in high school. I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support. It hit my #1 like rated ever, or like, you know, when like the scale, yeah, it hit my #1, and I can't thank you guys enough. So if you guys like this video and you want to check some out of my other content out, check this one out. Also, if you want to subscribe, it's right here. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.